Remember the saying, with great power comes great responsibility? Let me share something to you. When I was 24, I found myself in a small, dimly lit studio apartment, miles away from the place I called home. My job at a local cafe barely covered my rent and essentials, leaving me with little to indulge in any form of entertainment or social life. Winter was particularly harsh that year, and the biting cold seemed to seep into my bones, making every day a struggle to stay warm and motivated. One evening, after a long shift, I returned to my apartment, which felt more like a box than a home. As I sat on the worn-out couch, wrapped in a thin blanket, a moment of clarity struck me. It dawned on me that waiting for circumstances to change was futile. The harsh truth was that no one was going to swoop in and save me from my situation. It was a sobering realization, but also an empowering one. I understood that my future was in my hands. If I wanted to escape the cycle of barely getting by, I needed to be the catalyst for that change. It was a daunting thought, but also an exhilarating one. For the first time, I felt a genuine spark of hope for the future. Many people, particularly as they reach their 40s and 50s, continue to dwell on and complain about past misfortunes, often blaming others or their circumstances. Such negative emotions are significant barriers to happiness and success, acting as anchors that drag down one's spirit. Overcoming these feelings is essential for true happiness and success, and this can be achieved by confronting and managing fear. There are 4 big things that make us feel bad: envy, wanting what others have; jealousy, fearing someone will take what we have; shame, feeling bad about ourselves; and anger. Once you figure out these feelings and stop letting them control you, you'll start feeling a lot better. First is justification. It's when you tell yourself you have every right to be upset or angry, and you might find yourself explaining over and over why you feel this way. This needs to justify your feelings keeps you locked in negativity. But if you stop trying to justify why you're negative, you'll find it harder to stay mad. Next is rationalizing, which is when you try to find excuses for your actions or feelings, especially if you know deep down you're in the wrong. Which is a bit like when you mess up but find a way to shift the blame, like saying, "I was late because traffic was terrible," ignoring the fact that you left late. This maneuver keeps the negative feelings alive by not facing the truth of our actions. Being overly sensitive to what others think or say about you is another trap. Some people's entire self-worth is tied to others' opinions, which can easily lead to anger and resentment if those opinions are negative. The third is our sensitivity to others' opinions. Some people's self-esteem is so tied to what others think that a mere negative glance can ruin their day. Imagine someone whose day is spoiled by a critical comment from a coworker, regardless of its validity. This sensitivity can lead to a constant state of defensiveness and unhappiness. The last and perhaps most destructive habit is blaming others for how you feel. I use the analogy of a tree to explain this. Imagine your negative emotions are like the branches of a tree, and blaming others is the trunk. Once you cut down the trunk, all the negativity, like the branches, falls away too. The best way to fight all of this is to take complete responsibility for your situation. Doing so eliminates negative emotions and allows you to start working towards your goals with a clear and positive mindset. Accepting total responsibility for your life removes any limits on what you can achieve. From now on, refuse to blame anyone for anything. Remember, as Eleanor Roosevelt said, no one can make you feel inferior without your consent. If you mess up, apologize, fix what you can, and move forward. Keep your mind positive by avoiding criticism or complaints about others. Criticizing others only brings more negativity into your life, and being angry at someone doesn't change their behavior. It just allows them to control your emotions and life, even from a distance. Feeling happy, excited, loved, and enthusiastic makes you feel strong and confident. When you choose to take full responsibility for yourself, your situation, and everything that happens to you, you start to control your own life. You become the boss of your own destiny. Researchers in New York found something interesting about the top performers in every field. These successful people had a unique attitude. They thought of themselves as their own bosses, no matter who paid them. They treated their jobs as if they owned the businesses they worked for. You should think the same way. If there's something in your life you're not happy with, Remember, it's up to you to change it. Your current situation, including how much money you make, is the result of your own choices. If you're not satisfied with how much you're earning, decide to make more. Set a goal, plan how to reach it, and take the steps needed to achieve what you desire. Imagine yourself as the CEO. Just like a company's president oversees its strategy and operations, you're in charge of crafting a master plan for your life and career. This means you're responsible for setting and achieving personal goals, ensuring the quality and outcome of your work align with your ambitions. As the CEO, you also oversee your personal brand, developing a marketing strategy for promoting yourself, ensuring you're seen as a valuable asset in the job market. You're tasked with negotiating your worth effectively to secure the best possible position and compensation. Financial planning falls under your purview too. It's about setting clear savings and investment goals, managing your income to build the wealth you envision for your future. This role extends to your personal life, influencing your choice of relationships, both professionally and personally. The boss you choose to work for, the partner you share your life with, and the friends you surround yourself with can significantly impact your career trajectory, financial success, and overall happiness. Finally, as the head of your own development, it's up to you to identify which skills and knowledge you need to advance your career and increase your earnings. Investing time and resources into learning and self-improvement is a critical aspect of your role. This proactive approach replaces any tendency to dwell on past mistakes with a focus on future growth and achievements. Remember, as CEO of your life, your primary responsibility is to steer yourself towards success and fulfillment, making strategic decisions that enhance your career, personal growth, and relationships. Imagine your life as a path leading to your dreams. Now, think about your goals. Just dreaming about them makes you feel good and gives you purpose. When you say, "I am responsible," it's like you're holding the map and compass for your journey. You're in charge, and that makes you feel strong and sure of yourself. This feeling of being in charge is closely linked to being happy. The more you take charge of your life, the happier you become. It's all connected. Taking charge makes you happier, which makes you feel more in control, which then makes you set even bigger goals. You'll want to chase after those goals with everything you've got. Looking back, the shift from feeling trapped in a cold, cramped apartment to taking full control of my life was monumental. That important moment of clarity taught me the power of responsibility. I realized waiting for rescue was useless. I had to save myself. Embracing responsibility and setting goals starts with owning up to everything in your life, the good and the bad, without blaming anyone or making excuses. Believe you can do anything and that you're in charge of your life. Ready for the next step? Imagine your perfect future. Here's how you can start making that future a reality. First, face challenges. Think about the biggest problem you're dealing with right now. How might you be responsible for it? Recognizing your part in the problem is the first step to solving it. Second is be your own boss. If you thought of yourself as the boss of your life, how would you act differently? Bosses make big decisions and lead the way. And last are stop the blame game. What if, starting today, you stopped blaming others for your life's problems and took full responsibility for everything? Think about the changes you would make. By thinking about these steps, you're not just daydreaming, you're planning a journey to a future where you're fully in charge, moving toward what you want most in life, and embracing the responsibility that comes with steering your own course. Thank you for joining me on this journey of self-discovery and responsibility. If my words have inspired you or given you a new perspective, I'd be truly grateful if you could like and share this message. Let's encourage each other to embrace the power of taking charge of our own lives. Remember, every small step towards responsibility and action is a leap towards a fulfilling future. Don't forget to spread the motivation and keep the chain of inspiration going. Your support means the world. Thanks once again, and here's to making our dreams a reality together.